5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, I'm Muncha Koopas. Joining me is Not So Newbie and Tenmachi to my right.
Hey, what's going on?
And I think this is Shovel Knight. I don't know, this looks different.
This looks remarkably spooky.
Something's going on here.
So this is the new character, Specter Knight. He can cling to walls and dash off of enemies. And he runs a little faster than Shovel Knight. He doesn't jump as high, though. And most of the, all the levels have been completely redone to suit his mechanics. And as you can tell, the music is also, it has a new spin. And most of the first level is just basic mechanics, dash off of lanterns and other stuff to teach you how to play the game. All I'm really going to be doing right now is focusing on getting money and these skulls. The red skulls are used to buy Specter's relics, or curios as they're called, and we'll get to those later on. And Specter's jump also destroys blocks and other destroyable objects.
Looks like we have a special guest. We have Ian from Yacht Club Games.
Oh boy.
On call.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Ian, hello, Ian.
Hello? Am I coming through? Hello?
Ian, are you alive, my friend?
I'm here. I'm talking. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hi, Ian. How you doing
How's
this
it going,
morning?
Ian?
Okay, I'll just talk a little bit louder, I suppose.
Oh,
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here.
Thank you for joining us this morning, friend.
Yeah, thank you. It's really... thanks for running Shovel Knight and being a part of it here. I don't know, this mastery of video games come together both on a game-by-game basis and as a community at events like this. So thanks for letting me join and be a part of it. So what did I miss? Why are you purple? What's happening? Who's this?
What's going on?
Specter fell in a big bucket of ink. That's why I'm purple.
All right.
New Spectre?
Yes, the start of his tale. Yeah, you already went through some of the base move. Yeah, Specter Knight's a quicker character that is meant to be more about flow and climbing walls and going through stages. And so he's supposed to be a more immediate, who is a bit more, which was our previous release. Earlier, Specter of Torment, third campaign in the last.
Oh.
Oh, I can't believe they're game series.
You sound great, Ian. Don't worry.
Okay.
As you can see, a quick kill still exists in this boss, which is great.
That's the fastest Pokemon battle I've ever had.
The idea we had for the original Shovel, the boss in the first stage, was that you the perfect test, knocking a character, finishing the turtle off when he's flipped over. We realized that was so we sidelined it.
Oh god, so they literally went from turtling up to, and there's a turtle. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so no, I'm not insane.
Oh, go ahead.
We're doing Flying Machine next because we need a lot of money.
We hate it, but we need it.
Gotta do Flying Machine. It's pretty interesting because there's no world map in this campaign. You just get to choose the levels you want to do. And by doing a level, you actually unlocks the ability to buy certain curios. So we end up having to do Flying Machine first because we get the best curio out of it. And you'll see that in a little while. And it costs 10 skulls to get. So by the end of this, Munch is going to at least have to get 10 skulls. And most of them you can get on the route, which is good. Without wasting too much time.
Yeah, the normal any percent breaks all of the checkpoints throughout the entirety of Flying Machine, but as you could guess, this is more than a little unsafe for a marathon, so not so much here.
Right, he's still going to be breaking most of the checkpoints in this level.
Only 2.
Most of them. He gives you a lot of money, so.
Yeah, I'm picking up some extra safety gold as well. Oops.
Yeah. The mini-bosses are all back for the most part as well.
Speaking of things we hate this boat.
I do dislike this boat.
In
Yeah.
all incarnations, this boat is terrible.
I'm sorry, Ian.
I like this boat. He's my favorite. Yeah, he did get a slight arena change, at least for the platform.
Right.
But
Okay,
with the
this is
shapes,
not going well.
I could see why you like this boat at this point.
Yeah, this boat is either you kill it very quickly or it ruins you.
Right.
Oh no.
Or it brings you into cycles that are just horrid.
Please give me health. Thank you for
All
giving
right,
me health.
You'll notice too earlier Muncha picked up one health upgrade. The health and the darkness, well, they're called Will and Darkness here,
Yo, dog,
are
you heard you
available
like
in the
health.
levels this time. So you can grab them on the way. And although it's a little bit slower to grab that health, it's a lot better for the marathon run for reasons like that mini boss, which can just.
Yeah, there aren't, unlike Shovel Knight, there aren't a whole lot of damage boosts that you intentionally go for in Spectre, but the ones that are there are pretty crucial. So,
Right.
it's like you need to be careful about how much health you have, but you especially need to be careful about your movement tech.
The other thing is, after the levels, you can purchase the upgrades from the hub world, but they're pretty expensive. But we'll be doing that for a couple darkness upgrades, which is another reason why Munch is trying to collect enough money here.
That, and we need to get skating as soon as we can.
Oh yes,
Kick push.
I can't wait. I'm excited for Skate.
yeah, it's definitely one of the coolest upgrades.
Yeah, this is actually Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2D.
2D. Yeah, so finishing up this auto-scroller, we're going to get to the Jawa room, which is notorious in the original Shovel Knight.
No, this is, well, fan room first.
Well, yeah, Fender first. It's
Which-
coming up, though.
I'm a fan of this room.
Oh, it's okay. I can dig it.
All right.
I approve.
It was a good one.
Somewhere in the back, Dan God of Thunder is cringing.
Doing a little
When we
safe
were
step.
originally putting together, right, we got everything, wall climbing, the dashing.
Here we go.
And the
it was-
Jawas. No one loves the Jawas.
Come here, you.
Well, more appropriately, no one loves the green Jawas. Blue Jawas
All right.
are our buddies.
That was a good
We're
Jawa.
alive.
That was a
Hey.
good Jawa room. You didn't die, so it's okay. It's very easy to just die there. They have pretty much random movements, and they blow you around with the winds, so yeah, it's
yeah,
it's kind of a nightmare.
I mean, their movement is technically random, but it really just kind of seems like they do their very best to just ruin your run.
Right. That's like their goal in life.
Yeah, green Jawas are just the devil. And this is Esteban.
Yeah.
Say hello.
Just like Black Knight 2, every boss has sort of a redesign as well for this campaign, so they go into sort of a new extra phase, as you can see here.
This is the phase of Propeller Knight that we're not especially fond of because he does a lot of this.
Yeah. And then he can fly away, yeah. Sometimes it's tricky, but Munch has got a good few hits on him, so should be able to finish him up pretty soon here.
Yep.
Propeller, where
okay.
are you going?
It eventually worked out.
It's like, look, I appreciate the swag, Propeller Knight, but please, we're on the schedule here.
Nice gold count.
That's beautiful.
That is beautiful memes, yes.
So now we're going to be picking up two things. The first curio that we unlocked from completing Flying Machine so early, which you have to do a little mini game to sort of, it teaches you how to use the curio.
You know, my favorite fighting game character is Akuma, and we're just gonna give him a nice little shout out here. Shungoku Satsu.
Tekio.
So by just seeing that, you can probably see why this is probably the best relic in the game.
That this was going to be a very
The whole run pretty much changes at this point. It starts to look really different, so.
And suddenly the skating begins,
Right, so he picked up the rail mail armor.
doing flips and stuff.
This is also why we needed so much money.
yeah.
Let's go.
So before, Spectre is slow. After, Spectre is very fast.
Right. So you can see with the item there, it's called the Judgment Rush, and what it does is it essentially targets the nearest enemy on screen towards you.
Mostly.
Most of the time, yeah. That's the idea behind it. So it'll help us, get through like frustrating enemies and skip a bunch of rooms and walls, like these, for example.
Oh, we like skating.
We like skipping stuff.
At the end of this level, I want to have 7 skulls. I'm not going to get another item until after another level after this, but it's faster to get them here than elsewhere.
Right. A lot of them are right on the way here.
Yeah, they're either directly on the route or they're not so far off the route that it really costs very much.
The other thing about Judgment Rush is it gives you some frames of invincibility as soon as you finish it, so you can actually get through other enemies and obstacles as well, which is pretty incredible sometimes. It helps us do a couple more extra skips.
Yeah, Judgment Rush really is. I don't know if horribly broken or incredibly amazing is the thing to use. Like,
It
for a
walks that
descriptor.
line really well.
It really
Definitely
just
right to
does.
the line.
It stands with one leg on either side and says, "I dare you to move me."
Right.
When I put this ability in, and I remember making a bunch of animated GIFs about all the like worst scaly invalidate with it, and I really going to stay like this. There's no gonna tell me to take it or something like. I stayed pretty consistent the whole way through. I think everyone just loved using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Phantom.
Oh, Phantom Strike.
This is a boss that's very near, and so when into full, rather than to be a one, work with Specter Knight, I think was kind of a main support, and it's like turned out.
Yeah, we like Phantom Striker conceptually, but we hate him as
Sure.
well.
That was a good fight.
Hate him.
Yeah, unfortunately, the best strat is really to just stand there and take damage and then wail on him.
Yeah.
Then he tries to talk to you, but he's a nerd, so I don't
Yeah.
care.
Specter Knight don't care about that.
We don't have time to talk.
Get wrecked, nerd. Go away.
All right,
Wow.
now it's time to get back. Back
Yes.
to the past.
Samurai Jack? Wait, different thing.
Wrong anime.
Yeah, instead of actual dream sequences, they're full-on game sequence flashbacks.
Somewhere
which
Tolu
is
is
cool.
crying.
Yeah. So we are playing as Donovan, who is Specter Knight's former self. Spoilers, by the way.
Gosh.
And you keep all the money that you collect in these dream sequences, which is great. Well, the flashbacks. So Munch is going to be collecting a bit of extra money as well. And you still have all your, your health and magic. You just don't have any power-ups with you, so you can't skate across. But
Well, you don't have any power-ups yet.
you will get a power-up in this dream sequence, or in the next one.
Would-
So they're pretty short, but they're a good little change from just the standard dreams from the Shovel Knight campaign.
Yeah, and they're also a good change from being spooky all the time.
I still find them spooky.
Your own past.
Buy
So
some
yeah.
extra darkness, and that will allow me to spam more Judgment Rush.
That's the most important thing. More Judgment Rush.
It always needs more Judgment Rush. It's the DACA of this game.
Yeah. So there are a couple really cool time saves in this level that are fairly terrifying, especially when you're just learning them. And they definitely look pretty cool, so we'll point some of those out when we get there.
Oh, would one of you guys mind explaining how darkness works?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, as you use, obviously, the relics, you spend darkness. But also, as you defeat enemies, they give you small amounts of darkness as well for, like, refill. So the way we kind of manage our darkness here is also through defeating certain enemies. And picking up little ones here. So here, that was really good. That was close.
Easy
really
every
tight
time,
timing.
scary every time.
Easy every time, scary every time. You definitely need to skate through that perfectly. So there we killed that enemy to get just enough darkness here to be able to rush through that wall as well. So it's all about micromanaging the
Oop.
little
That's
bits
actually
of
okay.
darkness. That's fine.
Normally I wouldn't get this checkpoint, but for today, I will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the main things that people notice about darkness is it functions kind of like Plague's magic or Shovel Knight's magic, except it doesn't regenerate automatically like Plague's, and you can get it back because you use a lot more than you would in Shovel Knight's campaign. So, honestly, I really appreciate that you guys rolled that in there. Like the means to get it back outside of the power-ups.
Changed slightly different. Up each campaign idea as possible. Earlier in like the most early versions of Spectre, is actually where
Yeah,
replace
you're cutting out a bit there, Ian. There's a couple auto-scrollers in this level, but they're great opportunities to just get tons of money and grab a skull, which costs 0 time, which is good.
Not to mention auto-scrollers are always good for just swag.
Yeah. Oh, there's no wall there. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, there is, but there isn't.
Eh. So again, Judgment Rush is just great there. Skip having to go all the way around. Nice. That's pretty tricky timing.
Double kill.
Wow, incredible.
Didn't get the triple, though.
I don't think I've ever gotten the triple.
Um,
Come on. Wow.
All right, we'll just do this a slow way instead.
yo, Silver Dude. Jump
Usually he'll
on
hop and then
cue.
you can bounce off him, but guess not.
I shouldn't have skated over to him.
He had performance anxiety.
All right, if you want to read some donations, Bubbles, now is the time.
Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so we have Evil Sir John with $150
Hey,
saying,
nice.
had to donate during the Shovel Knight run. So much fun to watch. For Chivalry.
For chivalry.
And Cardboard Lawyer 0 with another $150 donation saying, this knight doesn't use a shovel. I was lied to.
No refunds.
And I got time for another?
Yeah.
All right. Seb donating $10 saying, just donated but had to donate again with Bubbles hosting. That guy is a legend. I did not make this donation. Also, I heard there's a speedrun going on as well. Good luck on that too.
This is Tiny Man. He's
Tiny
very
Man?
tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Just hit him.
Except for one thing. With the exception of any percent Shovel Knight, we hate Tiny Man. He is a pain. He is an infinitesimal pain.
Well, that boss was easy.
Oh no!
Hey, wait a minute.
What's going on here?
What is this? Listen, Tiny Man. No flying, no giant robots. Just go away.
So you'll see here, the Judgment Rush not only directly targets an enemy, it also does a full hit of a full heart of damage. So Munch is utilizing that to just maximize the damage and then continuing to hit him. So that was a perfect fight.
Yes.
That was perfect.
Literally get wrecked, nerd.
No, Tiny Man.
Take that, Tiny Man.
Not Tiny Man.
Any low percent runners will be feeling me on this. Take that, Tiny Man.
Now we have to go get a very special friend.
It's time for Skelebro.
This item is called the Skeletal Sentry, and if you played this campaign casually, you might have looked at this item and thought, that doesn't seem very useful. But for a speedrun, it's actually incredibly useful, and you'll see why in a bit.
Yeah, your mind will change pretty quick on this.
And if
So you get the Sentry, and then we also can upgrade every relic as well. So we will be upgrading the Sentry. You'll see, too. It adds more damage, and it goes much faster. Good money management.
Surprise!
Muncha,
Munch of Prees.
you're killing me here. So Munch is going to use the Sentry in this fight, and you'll see what happens with it.
No, Reese, don't go that way. That's not what I wanted.
Go Sentry.
This is awkward.
His movement is a little bit random.
Listen, Reese, we understand you're very excited that you've been accepted into My Chemical Romance, but it's time for you to go away now.
So that was actually a really good fight, considering Skeleton did not do very much. So what you can do with the Skeleton is drop him, and he shoots bolts, obviously. And you can also explode him to deal extra damage as well, in like a crosshair fashion. So you can kind of snipe some hits as well.
Now we get to go surfing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you actually, Skelebro explodes in a lot the same fashion as Plague Knight's Big Bomb.
Right, it acts a lot like that. So it's pretty cool to see some of the mechanics, too, from the other campaigns utilized in different ways in Specter's campaign. taking damage to get through that is way faster. So in Plague Knight's campaign, mostly, a lot of stuff wasn't really redesigned from the ground up, unlike Specter's campaign. It's really noticeable, I think, in Specter's campaign. Every room is really made to fit all of his mechanics a lot better. So, yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you, Ian, yeah.
All right. Hopefully, I don't everyone for all that. But you were saying about the stage layouts. That's right.
Yeah.
Feeling of kind of going through the stages with a new character, like in an overpowered Knuckles in the side.
Right.
He had all of his mobility. He usually call it a G, made specifically for testing out. Once we were happy with it, we're like, this is it. He's gonna like climb walls and dash slash, except for like, we realized that to really make his mobility, to make all new. And so we, all right, let's do it. He just was it. And sometimes since we have that came the same pattern.
Nice kill.
Hey,
Sorry, that's really hard to do, by the way. Usually that's a 2-cycle.
yeah, that is who we refer to as 420 fish. In the other campaigns, he can decide to go as high as he wants on
Yeah.
the screen.
This one too, he can.
Yeah,
But
it's
luckily he
less of a
came down
problem
so
here.
much it was able to use the Sentry and the Judgment Rush to deal a lot of extra damage right at the end.
Thank you, Tolu, for that dirt blast.
All right, let's
Block
do
skip
this.
There.
All right.
Crunchy!
Crunchy!
Hey,
So this is the other fish. This fish really sucks.
We call her Bertha.
Bertha.
we hate you, Bertha.
She
We
is
hate you.
invincible from any attacks that Spectre uses, and every time she touches you, she deals full 2 hearts of damage.
See ya.
But that was great. We used her just to get up on the platform there, so that was good.
So a little bit of swag that can occur there every now and then is if Bertha is in the right place when the anchors come down, the anchors will kill Bertha.
Right.
That is the only thing that will that we're aware of.
Going on to Treasure Knights. Treasure Knight's pretty fast in the Shovel Knight campaign. Not much changes about that.
Well, the one thing that does change here is in the Shovel Knight campaign, Treasure Knight is dangerous.
Right.
In this campaign, Treasure Knight just takes it in the air.
Yeah, there are many things Treasure Knight can do to stop you in this one. Skelebro.
Skelebro.
What a hero. Best friend.
Skelebro, best bro. Like, unless you're into basketball, Skelebro is the way to go.
For now. Hey, picking up another darkness here. So those darkness wisps were available in the levels, but they're a lot of the times out of the way, so it's way easier to just rack up some money on the way and get money from bosses and just purchase them. We are going to have maximum darkness by the end of the run. So, hey, Mole Knight stage is, I think, quite a bit harder in this campaign than it is in Shovel Knight.
I don't know, my personal impression, and this is somebody who hasn't got too much time into running this campaign, is that Beetle Skip is a little bit easier in this one.
Yes, Beetle Skip exists, which is great, and it's all thanks to Judgment Rush.
So one thing that I wanted to remark on is you'll note that the music is very, very different, and that's thanks to Jake Kaufman, who, one of the things that he said when he was talking about, when he was doing the design streams for this music, is that he went for kind of a Baroque influence. But I think he did just an amazing job with this entire soundtrack, but with Spectre in particular.
Yeah, they're all great remixes of the originals from Shovel Knight. So yeah, the hard thing about this room, obviously, is that because Spectre jumps to break blocks, you can't really jump without being ready to go.
Yeah, the truly hard thing about that room is that Azulag optimized it.
Of course he did. Shoutouts to Azulag.
Basically, if you want a name for somebody who comes up with utter insanity for strategies, just think of Zulag. He's your man.
Right. So the other thing about Judgment Rush is when there's no enemies on screen, you'll just kind of stand in place, and that actually refills your wall kick, which is great for that room. So we don't have to utilize both sides of that wall.
Hi, Steve. Bye, Steve.
Yeah. Beetle skip 2.
I'm gonna take this nice and slow. All right.
Yeah.
Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Skelebro's explosion is also useful here. So we skip that whole room as well, which is good. All right.
Dang it, Steve.
That's how it goes.
So all birds are named Steve, by the way.
Yeah. I think Mole Knight is not very different. At least,
No.
I've never gotten far enough in the fight to see if it changes very much.
So not very different at all.
Right, yeah. So that was good. That was set up well.
The moles shall not go hungry tonight.
No.
I hate that joke. It seems so mean. They would just eat the mole.
Well, it is mean,
Okay.
but they're hungry.
So second dream sequence / flashback sequence. We will get an item finally. Caltrops.
That item was actually available in the previous stream, but it's slow to go get it, so we'll just wait for Luan to give it to us. Go, Luan, go!
Aw.
Luan, why you do this?
For some reason, he'll randomly stop. Other times, he will just sprint to the end of that room, which saves time. But beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
Moo is very disappointed right now.
Oops.
Yeah, so the Caltrops you can just toss without any time loss and sometimes poke enemies, which is nice. And there is a boss fight at the end of this, too. For anyone that knows the Shovel Knight lore. It's Shield Knight. Casually, I think this fight is pretty challenging because you obviously can't hit her directly on. You have to kind of get behind her, wait for her to throw the shield away. And that's kind of how it applies in the run as well. That was a solid fight, though. That was good.
And take that, Shield.
Yep.
And take that, Luan.
No.
Poor Donovan.
No. But what happens next?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, he wakes up.
So now we're on to Plague Knight stage. Explodatorium.
Explaudatorium.
Explodatorium. So this whole level, just like in Shovel Knight, is based off global cycles.
And hate.
Well, that too, of course.
Well, no, that's a byproduct, actually. It's not based off of that.
It literally is made by that, yeah. So there's going to be some certain sections where, hopefully if Munchkin gets there early enough, he'll be able to catch cycles with pots, just like in Shovel Knight, to be able to just get through reasonably quick, hopefully. So as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, which he hasn't so far, we'll be getting the earliest cycle coming up in the middle of the stage. I'll point it out when we get there. So these pots here are on a cycle. It looks like Munchkin caught it, so we should be good. Again, Judgment Rush just skips lots of things, which is great.
See, I think we have some time for donations if you want, Bubbles.
Yeah, we should.
Sounds good to me. Great run so far, and we got a couple here. $50 from Simply Fur saying, really excited for this run. Good luck, Muncha.
Thank you, Fur.
And we've got $50 from Epic Cat 239 saying, watching Muncha run Shovel Knight is always a treat. How do we come up with this many digging puns? It's sedimentary, dear Watson. Oh boy.
Every time.
NKB is proud of you right now.
Yeah. Ooh, that's close.
And we have $100 from Frice saying, here we go again. The only things that should be saved in these games is frames and time. So 50 to leaving Kain in Diablo 2, and 50 to making the animals into grilled snacks for Samus and Super Metroid.
You know, as somebody who goes for the platters in Shovel Knight pretty often, I am okay with the animals being dead. Yes, let's go with that.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming up to Plague Knight already. Plague Knight is also random, just like in Shovel Knight, where he jumps around and stuff.
But unlike in Shovel Knight, we have Skelebro.
We have a fix now. Not a fix, but it's pretty easy with Skeleton. Oh, and there's multiple Plague Knights. Who's the real one?
There's multiple
Oh, that
Plague
was
Knights,
incredible.
and
That was perfect.
0 cares.
Yeah, optimally like that, you want him to just kind of jam himself in a corner so you can just spam him to death. So that was good. He even spawns 3 copies of himself at one point, so you never want to get to that phase, hopefully.
All right, now we're going to go back to the Magic Mirror room. I'm just going to go admire the windows because they look so nice. I mean, Reese broke one, but, you know, we have all these other ones. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Oh,
What did I just say?
jeez.
Baz, come on. What is this,
Unbelievable.
man? We have doors.
And that isn't a mini-boss fight, so all right.
Yeah, it's hi, the Baz. Goodbye, the Baz. Go away. You broke our window.
Oh, I forgot
You're
to buy
gonna have to
magic.
pay for that.
You're okay, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.avi.
So what's cool about the stranded ship is that it's the original level where you get the skate mechanic because there are actually rails in that level. So that's where the railing grinding mechanic came from. So we'll be seeing it now, kind of in its original home. All right, we're good now.
I literally just noticed the background has chompies all over it.
I just noticed that too.
Wow. So it's obviously pretty straightforward mechanics. Blue rails are right, red rails are left. And this level plays around with it, which is cool. This guy's impossible to jump over. Oh, you did
Or
it.
is he? Dun dun
I
dun.
never knew you could do that.
Ian, are you still with us?
I think he was cutting out.
Aw.
Dang. Rip Ian. You will be missed.
So these dots here, yeah, open up and close specific doors, and they also change the color of some rails in some rooms.
That's not good.
Uh-oh. That's fine.
For some reason, the second volley will never hit that. I don't know why.
So just optimizing there, trying to hit the thing and stay on the correct rail to make sure you're always as far to the right as possible. So if you notice there, he threw a skeleton and it just blew up and hit the button for him.
Yeah, that saves me the time of having to do the rest of that little puzzle room. And then Judgment Rush here saves me from having to do all of that.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, the words no thanks comes to mind for those 2 rooms.
Yeah.
So we'll just skip them.
Oops.
All right, did get hit by that guy. That's good. That guy can randomly hit you. It's pretty odd. So that's Skater kid.
Skater boys. Avril Lavigne would be proud of them.
Yep.
And everybody say hi to Polar Knight.
But not for long. He won't be around too long.
But not for long. And everybody say bye to Polar Knight. So, how that works is when Polar Knight decides to go that way, if you put the Skelebro down at the right time, Polar Knight will literally run with a projectile following him the whole way, and he doesn't have iframes. So, he'll just take damage and take damage and take damage and then die.
Right. And here's the end of the dream. Oh, okay, it's done.
Goodbye, Donovan. Nobody cares about you. We want to see Spookman.
Yeah. So we're going to go into King Knight stage now, which is the last regular stage we do in the run. And I feel like King Knight stage really breaks the Judgment Rush more than any other stage. There are so many rooms you can just walk into and Judgment Rush, and it skips the whole room with
when
very little effort.
When I was learning this game, when I was doing some of the learn tasks for this, I actually made the tremendous mistake of coming here first.
Right, with no upgrades.
Yeah, this level is actually incredibly difficult, at least in my opinion, without any sort of upgrades or like after spending any time with Specter, because there's a lot of really tough rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And those 3 we just skipped, so.
Both deaths and regrets were had in plenty.
Yeah. Also, if you didn't notice earlier, you can grind on spikes. I think Muncha did a bit earlier, which is another good thing about the rail mail. Little damage boost. And it's kind of a scary Judgment Rush here.
Oh no, just kidding.
Okay. I got scared.
Griffins. Hi-bye.
Also, I love the remix for this room, or for this level.
Right? It's like, this one, oh, just so good.
It's so happy.
Vert, on behalf of the entire universe, thank you. I gotta be honest, I actually like this remix better than the original, just because it is like more upbeat.
It's so much more upbeat. Yeah,
more
it's great.
cheerful. And by Griffin,
Yep. And by level.
basically, except for this guy.
Yeah, King Knight acts very differently in this run, or in this campaign.
King Knight doesn't like bros.
Yeah, when he
He's a
falls, he
terrible person.
floats up, and the floor is all a mess. But that was still good.
Away!
How is King Knight floating? Shane.
Shane! What is this? We don't even.
All right. The next level is probably my favorite level. It certainly has my favorite music. So I'm just going to kind of focus and go through it. Enjoy.
Oh no, he's back.
I just had that floor redone.
Honestly, really? I mean, is there a part of this place that we're not going to break during this? I mean, seriously? Really? Like, can we just keep part of it intact? A little bit, maybe? Well, at least we can keep some of the cell doors, I guess. That'll do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, got through.
right?
So we're gonna have a section in a little while, which is the Crusher section, which is notorious in the original campaign as well, as being pretty tricky to skip cycles. But by utilizing the Judgment Rush, Muncha should be able to get through fairly quickly. Okay.
Again, hi-bye Griffins. And here we go. Nice.
That was nice. That was good.
Yeah, Muncha made that look incredibly smooth, and all of that is incredibly risky and very dangerous.
Yeah, it's very easy to mess up one rail slide and just lose too much speed to be able to make that cycle.
Yeah, and if you beef it anywhere in there, you either wait or you die.
Okay, didn't fall.
Oh yeah, did we mention that when you use Judgment Rush and there's nothing around, it completely cancels your momentum? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty handy. It's also handy for saves. So if you're falling, you can sometimes save yourself doing it, which is good.
This is the dashing is fun part of things.
Hi,
Oh,
Ian.
hi.
Hi, Ian.
Welcome back. Nice.
You sound good now.
Yeah.
Well, if they are bothered, just tell them, too bad. Deal with it.
I think we're still waiting on the audience to be able to hear Ian as well. Just to let you guys save a little embarrassment.
So this is notoriously the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, Black Knight 3, it doesn't matter which campaign you're in. Nobody likes Black Knight 3.
Yeah, he does a lot of bad things here.
At least he doesn't sprout wings in this one. But that's about all that you can say. He has the turtle, and that's bad enough.
Yeah, he essentially runs around randomly at this point, and it's pretty hard to keep up with him. Nice. That was super close.
No, Terrapin.
Take that, Nerd Knight.
well,
No. Terrapin.
Aw, he lost his Pokemans.
All right, one level left. I'm actually going to change armors, but that won't be apparent because of the armor color. So no more skating, unfortunately.
Aw.
This armor gives me a charge attack similar to Shovel Knight's charge attack, but this one takes much longer to charge.
Yeah. The Tower 2, though, is not as much platforming, and it's a lot more boss fights. So,
It's basically, it's flips, and more flips, and more flips, and more flips, and more flips.
There's no way this could end badly.
No, definitely not.
for some reason, too, this room is much harder, it seems, than in the original campaign.
Oh.
I missed the dash on the block, unfortunately, by like a pixel.
Okay. So in a moment, you guys will see what's intended to happen there. I mean, not by Yacht Club, you understand, by us. Yacht Club probably looked at this and said, "Oh God, please no."
There we go.
All right, we're up there.
And you know those blocks that we're supposed to worry about? Well, they break when they hit the edge of the screen. So we just decide to not be anywhere but the edge of the screen. Nope. Oh. Yes?
Yeah! Woo! The saves. So scary watching that.
Oh, man.
Oh well, rip Deathless, but hey.
Whatever. You got to save. That was good.
Rip, spooky man. Nice.
All right, now we're gonna go up to the final boss.
Which
But
we
first,
hate.
let me take a selfie.
Hey, you got to take a selfie.
Nice.
There are rules about these sort of things, you know?
Enchantress 1's also pretty challenging. But we got strats. So the charge also does a double hit on the slash as well. Not just a regular hit, but on the homing slash also does a double hit. So we les that too.
Hey, got him, coach.
Really fast fight too, yeah. When she's under there, you can't hit her, but you can use the skeleton explosion too.
Well, you can hit her.
Yeah, you can.
Once.
You can go under there.
You can Judgment Rush.
Yeah,
All
and,
right.
then you get stuck.
Yeah.
Time
And
will
if-
be at the final hit of this boss. I'll call it out. All of these rails are completely random, so I just have to hope I get a good pattern for dealing damage.
Yeah. Yeah, charge hits here are pretty important too, because you can just get a double hit on those. The times when you can supposed to really just get one hit, like when he's coming across the screen like that.
So yeah, because it got skipped by fairly quickly. This is Reese. This is why we don't like Reese.
Yeah.
This is part of why we don't like Reese.
Yeah, so the rails there can give you some bad patterns. You just sometimes can't make hits properly, which is unfortunate.
And
Almost there.
Soon TM.
nope. Didn't give me the right rail pattern. So, time.
Nice. That's a really good time, Muncha.
What did time end up being?
45:02.
Yeah, time was 45:02.
That's an incredible time
Nice.
for a
That's a
marathon
good
run,
time.
I think. Yep.
And we have a message from Ian because he sadly couldn't connect, but he did say, sorry for the technical difficulties and even more so that I couldn't participate with you all on the run.
Oh.
The upside is that it's already great despite my intermittent blathering. I guess the real Specter of Torment is technology.
Thank you for joining us today, Ian.
Yeah, Shane said on Discord, someday we'll be able to Skype properly. Someday.
One day.
Patch that in after King Fix.
So while I'm skipping these credits to get to the other donation incentive, I would just like to thank my friends Azulag, Mumuakai, Patois, Tolu, and anybody who has put time into really optimizing this character. Both Mumu and Patois use completely different routes, and they're within seconds of each other with a 39 something.
Beautiful.
So go check out their runs on speedrun.com. It's really fast. It's really cool. I'm going to keep mashing through this cutscene, and then we can get to the real speedrun, Bito's
real-
Big Break.
The real reason I'm here, just to see this.
Yeah, this is actually what the whole expansion is really about.
Right. They have different challenges in the Spectre Knight campaign, so Munch is going to do one of the ones specific for this one. All right, let's go.
I have to carry this beetle through the entire room.
Yes, the beetle is more important than the treasure. More important than the headless
I love
skeleton.
this so much.
No. Never done that before, actually.
Yes,
Okay.
he has. That was swag.
Nope, I've never done that before.
Hey, you're supposed to stick with it when I tell him that was swag.
That poor beetle.
He's like, come on, I just want to get hit already. No.
Just let me fall into a pit,
No.
please.
No. No. Still no. 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 No.
And his little legs are wiggling. I love that.
He's like, oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, nice. That was super close at the end there.
Nailed it. All right.
Great run, Munch.
Thank you for having me, staff.
Thanks, everyone, for donating to get this run in and the incentive in.
Yeah. Bye, everybody.